Well, hello, boys and girls. This is When We Feel Like It o'clock. I hope it's when we feel like it. If you don't feel like it right now, leave. Go away. We only do things when we feel like it here at Pearl of Wisdom Industries. I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. And some people are subscribing and hitting the bell and liking when they like it and not liking when they not like it. And we love you, don't likers, just as much as the likers. You are awesome. Anyways, we've been going down this saga of William Nylander trade for Toronto to get some defense. I've given all my reasons why I think that it's possible. I'm not saying they have to, maybe necessarily, trade him for some defense, but their cap situation is getting a little squirrely. Yes, I think a lot of people get this idea that if Nylander is somebody's looking to trade Nylander, that it means that he's not a good player, or he's not fantastic, or it's not a good contract. No, it's actually a very good contract. And I agree with a lot of people out there. Yeah, most people out there. There are people, now that I'm doing this, it's amazing how many views smart hockey people have of its same player. It's crazy. Personally, I think Nylander could possibly be an 80, maybe even 100-point player down the road. I think a $7 million contract is fantastic, even though it's not going to last forever and he's going to need a new one. The question is he a luxury to have on a roster that's already top heavy? And could his contract be better used for some defense? That's really the question. And I'm getting a whole bunch of different answers from that, and it's been fantastic, and I love it. Go down in the comment sections of my past videos and see what a lot of people are saying. Today, I'm going to be looking at some of the Facebook answers that I've had, and they were fantastic. They gave some great ideas, and we'll be looking at some offers that they gave instead of Nylander being traded, some Toronto fans bringing up some ideas that instead of trading Nylander, they could blah, blah, blah. So we'll look at that. Another thing I brought up was Johnny Gaudreau, and I put it out on the in the ether, in Facebook on the Calgary, some Calgary posts there to see if, first of all, is there any truth to the rumor? And by the way, there was rumors of Johnny Gaudreau possibly not being happy in Calgary or all of that. A lot of it had to do with the fact that he had a down year. A lot of it has to do with the fact that he's from New Jersey, and, a lot of people out there might be stirring the pot to get him moving or what have you. I had some theories that I said in my last video. You might want to look at them. Now, Calgary has since came out last night, actually, and said that one of the things was that Gaudreau was out of shape. Calgary has came out and said that these people that were put aside, nothing to do with whether they were out of shape or not. I did find that one kind of odd, because I always thought Gaudreau looked like he was in killer shape to me. Maybe he was sick or whatever. Anyways, being out of shape didn't seem to be the thing. What it did seem to be is that Calgary was trying to change that energy going into the playoffs to get everybody on the same page. And don't worry, Gaudreau, we don't want him out of here. But they didn't actually say that. They just said that he wasn't out of shape. So now the other part of that is that Taylor Hall has been heavily rumored to go to Calgary, which makes a lot of sense. Taylor Hall is from the Alberta area. He was some pissed when he was traded out of Edmonton. I'll tell you that right now. He loves Alberta. I could definitely see Calgary being a destination. If they give him a $10 million contract, having Johnny Gaudreau there as well could be a difficulty since they both play the same wing. So you get it, okay? So I threw it out there. And I'm going to start off with the Calgary response that I had, that I just thought it was a fantastic way of looking at it. A great response. His name is Jeffrey Barnes. If you are a writer, sir, then I hope this is helping you out in any way. If not, I think you could be, because this is a great answer. I see Gaudreau as an elite player when Monahan and Lindholm are in the zone. I think they lost some chemistry this year and things had to be shaken up. Gaudreau lost confidence due to frustrations with how the league was able to neutralize him. That's interesting. predict his moves. I see. See, they started to really focus on Gaudreau a lot, and he got some frustration. If he can get over that and power through, he can be a 100 points player consistently. Monahan needs to take it to the next level to help more opportunities out there. I love that answer, sir. And I mentioned in my last video that I was not sure that Monahan was what you call a classic number one center. And maybe Gaudreau had some frustration with that. A lot of people out there said, oh, this is just speculation. He doesn't know shit. Yes, it is speculation. You're right. I'm not an insider out there. I'm throwing it out there. If you are an insider or have inside information, give it to me. It's what fun is. I find it fun to speculate and see what's going on and throw these names out there. So we had a Buffalo guy that offered a first-round pick, and I always forget his name. I'll look it up for you while I'm talking. And the defenseman, I just said his name. I can't believe I did that. Anyways, I love that answer. I had more answers from Calgary fans. Of course, nobody wants like if you're a Calgary fan, the thought of Gaudreau leaving gives you like the feeling inside, no doubt about it. But if you can get Taylor Hall and you give Gaudreau up for a defenseman and the number 8 pick in this draft, is that all that bad of a deal? I think you're looking at something that could benefit you in the long run anyways. And the defenseman was Ristolainen. So with that in mind, again, more people out there. Tell me what you would give up for Gaudreau. He's from New Jersey, Philadelphia area, Buffalo Sabres already brought up. I actually said that if he were to go anywhere, I thought Buffalo would be the place he could go because he played in college with Eichel. So Buffalo would probably be going for him pretty quick and would probably give up a little more than maybe even other teams would because of it. So let's get to some other guys here. This fellow Cole brought up a very good idea in one of the Toronto. He said, and I'll get to him as I'm going here. Oh, that's who it was. It was Christian Leon from Buffalo that came up with this idea with the first-round pick. Christian Leon. We had a nice little conversation about other people too. Thank you for your contributions, my friend. Their last name Cole out there saying that maybe instead of giving up Nylander, what we could do is give up Kerfoot, Kapanen, or Johnsson and bring back a defenseman. And that was Cole Bush that came up with that. Cole Bush from the Toronto, I should be saying, go to the Toronto Leafs Nation. Go to Leafs Nation on Facebook, and we're having this conversation over there. Give them some props. Move Johnsson and Kerfoot, maybe a pick for a decent D-man. There's an idea. Tell me what anybody out there would be interested in Johnsson, Kerfoot, and a pick for a decent D-man. The problem I have with this is that Kerfoot isn't what you call a classic third-line center. It's kind of why I didn't like the Gaudreau trade. He's a top 6 center that doesn't put up top 6 numbers. He does play some good defense, tries hard. Kerfoot tries his ass off. Never have to worry about the effort out of Kerfoot. There could be somebody that really likes him out there. Johnsson has got, first of all, he was injured. Both of these guys work at 3.5, somewhere around million. So you'd be giving up $7 million to somebody. Johnsson is a winger. Wingers of Johnsson's level, he is young, so that's good. You could probably find somebody out there that would like it, and I have somebody for you. And you can do what you want with it, but being an Edmonton Oilers fan, I don't mind this trade for the Oilers. And I'll give you one out there. It's Larson. Again, I mentioned this also with the Nylander trade, or maybe it was a trade similar to this. The Edmonton Oilers need a third line center. It doesn't look like they have anything in their system right now to fill that role very well, whether it be young kids or otherwise. They're actually fairly desperate. They're one of the more desperate teams for a third line center out there. And a Kerfoot may work out pretty well for them, I would say. I think he would fit well in their roster. Also, Edmonton is always looking for wingers that can put the puck in the net. And I think they could get some use out of Janssen with maybe Tyler Ennis not coming back or Andrea Athanasiou not really working out the best. You could throw him in there. I think you're getting pretty good value here. Adam Larson's making $4 million for the next year or two. You'd have to re-sign him again, but he would definitely be an upgrade over Cody Ceci. Since Barry's not coming back. He's also a right-handed defenseman. So tell me what you think of that trade. That would solve your issue a little bit. Now, you're getting money for money there, and you're going to have to fill out you're going to have to fill out your roster still. Let's take a look at what Toronto's depth chart would look like in the forward position without Johnson and Kerfoot. And then there's Kapanen too. Maybe just straight up Kapanen could get you Larson if you're interested. Anybody out there interested in these names for your team or have an idea of another team that may be interested in offering up a defenseman? Now the thing is, defensemen, especially top four defensemen, ask for a lot. But this is one trade, especially if you throw in a pick. I don't know, you want to give up your first round draft pick next year again? Your talent pool in the minors and junior prospects are getting pretty slim already. So, but we'll look at the depth chart and we'll see what happens here. Nylander, Matthews, Hyman. Mikheyev, you could throw them up back. He's going to be back again. Tavares and Marner, fantastic top six. Then you can take Engvall, put him on the left wing. Don't worry about Johnson. Now, your third line center of Kerfoot being lost, to me, brings up a pretty big hole. You're going to put Gauthier there? Do you want to put Gauthier there? As far as kids coming up that can play there, Mikhail Abramov, you can try him out. Man, it looks like you're going to need to fill out your third line center spot if you make that trade. Then you're asking for more salary again and you only have $5 million. So I don't know. These are very interesting ideas and I thought I'd bounce them out there to everybody else. Try to find another way to do it. Somebody else brought up some idea that we'll just try to find some $1 million players to fill out the defense. And Shattenkirk's name. I don't think Shattenkirk's only going to be making $1 million next time. Spezza. Again, you can play Spezza in that third line role. I don't know if Spezza's going to be able to play an 82-game season on the third line. Third line centers are fairly valuable. That's why they gave him $3.5 million. Okay, this just shows you the difficulties that the Maple Leafs are in. Now at the end of it, I'm going to offer you one more player. Top Shelf Hockey. I watched that on the YouTube. Go check it out. They brought up an interesting name for sure that's going to be traded. More than likely. Either Jari or Murray from the Pittsburgh Penguins on goaltending. How many of you need goaltending out there? I'm throwing Murray out there for you. What would you give for him? Who do you want him? Where do you see him going? A team like Detroit was brought up. Maybe they go after a guy like Murray. I've heard Colorado's name out there for Murray. I'm sure I could think of some more, but you think of them for me, why don't you? Anyways, that's my full 42%. I know there's a lot of shout-outs. Oh, Ron Keats, Kerfoot and Johnson for Gaudreau. I wanted to put you out there. I don't think that's going to do it. But I know there's more shout outs out there, and I will get to more of you in a second. For all the people that did offer, here's a whole bunch of pearls for you. It's offer pearls for you. You can put these in your fridge and just, or maybe put them in the bathtub like bath salts. Enjoy those in the land for everybody. Helen freshly ground them up for you this morning. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, but that's okay. Lots of love to ya. Have a great day.